Man, listen, you are looking for things to be perfect for you, not realizing that your fantasies are so wild that those things are more perfect than you. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes we have this quest and we have this goal to find the perfect whatever, the perfect relationship, the perfect picture of our life, the perfect, uh, whatever you may want to call it. Y'all know what you're looking for to be in perfection, whatever. And you're not even a match to the thing that you're requiring to be perfect. You're not even a match to that particular thing yet. Now, listen, this is not a slap you in the face and make you feel down and gloom. And when I'm talking about perfection in this, what I really want to focus in on, there's two definitions for perfection. There's the error free, and then there's the perfection, the perfect, the being perfect that is mature, right? When you set focus on your own perfection, all right, when you set focus on, and when I say your own perfection, I'm not talking about you being without errors or without mistakes or without sin or without issues. I'm speaking to the soul of your being coming to rise to the occasion. I'm speaking to your spirit rising to the occasion, the maturity of you. All right, I'm speaking to you being the mature you that you were designed to be. All right, so as you set focus on that maturity in that particular space, when you hone in on that and you sharpen that, you'll find that you don't need other things to necessarily be perfect, meaning error free. All right, so you don't have to have a relationship where somebody is completely perfect and they never do anything wrong, or they never step on your foot while you're dancing. All right, because see, we get rid of our relationships when somebody steps on our foot. That's because we're expecting a perfection that's not even that ain't even in us, right? All right. And see, the reality of all of this is when we look at our relationships, when we look at how we do life, our relationship with life, we're expecting these things because something in our ego, right? There's something in the ego self that is wanting this pretty picture, but don't want the reality that a lot of these things can not always go right, can be muddy, can be whatever. And this is the very reason for unconditional love. This is the very reason for unconditional acceptance and all of those things. And again, I hate that we have to precurse this every time we have these conversations to say that this doesn't mean that we just settle for anything and settle for, uh, laziness or this, that, and the other. All right, we should settle for something that's inauthentic, but we should have the grace. There's that word, grace. We should have the grace and understanding that all things are not going to be error free. Why? Because you aren't. And as you perfect, mature, you'll realize that even all the more about the things around you and even about the people around you. So don't spend your life, folks, losing out on some of the greatest aspects of living, some of the greatest aspects of life, some of the greatest people, right? Because they aren't perfect. They don't look like what you really wanted them to look like. They didn't say exactly what you wanted them to say, the way you wanted them to say it, when you wanted them to say it. I am somewhat convinced that our relationships are not failing because of incompatibility. I believe that our relationships are failing because we're missing very key elements and key areas in what it means to relate, what it means to be in relationship, what it means to be in oneness, in covenant, in solidarity with one another, right? We haven't matured in these areas. So then we're looking to the perfect of error free instead of looking to the perfect of maturity. Hey, that rhymed. We're looking to the perfect of error free instead of to the perfect of maturity. All right. And they are two different things. And you're not really speaking specifically about relationships and things like that. We're not specifically relationship ready until we've understood the perfection of maturity. And even in that, you're going to miss it. Even in that, you're going to have days where it wasn't the way that it should be. But because you are mature and because you are maturing, you're able to handle those interactions from a different perspective, from a space of wisdom, a place of relational wisdom, a place of knowing where to go when your gadgets and gadgets are out of whack. All right. And when your relationship isn't going well, it's not just about getting out of that relationship and I'm going to find who perfect for me. And what people mean by that is they're going to find somebody that's not going to do what the last person just did. But the reality is we're all going to do something. Everybody's going to do something that is not in line with your picture of fantasy, that's not in line with your picture of perfection, that's not in line with the way you want everything done. So we have to take that into consideration. Let's not be these people, y'all, that's looking for things to be perfect, but we haven't even recognized that we have not even perfected within our own selves, right? We're not even at that space where we need to be in terms of maturity. All right. All of us needs grace, is deserving of grace. All right. And here's the kicker. More than anything, even when we don't seem deserving, you're worthy of it. We're worthy of it. The people in your life are worthy of you putting in the work to be mature in how you deal with them. And that has to be a mutual thing. But we've turned a lot of our relationships, and this is that, our relationship with the world and our relationship with each other, our relationship with society, we've turned it into just an accessory. This is why we hear so many people talk about, I ain't got time for this, and I ain't got time for that, and I ain't got time for this, and I ain't got time for that. Some of y'all watches, it obviously don't work because you don't got time for nothing. But hey, I get it. I am a creature of desire. I am a creature of, I have a routine of how I want certain things to go, ways that I want people to make me feel. I have it all, just like anybody else. But we have to realize that sometimes what is perfect for us, what is perfect to us, in terms of a universal perfection, oftentimes it's thrown away because we're expecting it to be without any faults. We're expecting it to be without any deviation from these fantasy plans that we've made in our mind. But the reality is, you could be staring your divine moment right in the face, but we'll miss it because we're looking for error-free perfection instead of looking for maturity when the errors kick in. All right, listen, brief moment, relationality moment, spiritual intelligence moment, relationship ready moment. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Think about it for a while. Hit me up in the comments if you want to slap me, throw a tomato, or, frown on this, or whatever you want to do. All right, but either way it go, guess what? I am love for you, and I hope that you will continue to be love for me, because guess what? I'm not afraid to tell you that I need it. I'm not afraid to tell you that I want it. I'm not afraid to tell you that I gotta have it. All right, so hope this was helpful, and hope it can do something. All right, y'all. All right, I'll let you. Peace.